My twin brother has never been emotional, so when he called me crying, the sound unsettled me more than the words. It wasn't loud. It was restrained, like someone trying not to be heard in their own house. "I don't think I make decisions anymore," he said. "We're 60, too, identical enough that strangers still hesitate." He's been married 30 years. From the outside, his life looked structured and stable. His wife handled the finances, the planning, the calls. She was efficient, capable, organized at family gatherings. She spoke for both of them. I used to think that was just personality. On the phone, I realized it was something else. He told me how it happened slowly. She paid the bills because she was better with numbers. She scheduled appointments because he forgot details. She filtered mail because she liked things tidy. When he disagreed, she corrected him, calmly, logically, thoroughly. After enough corrections, he stopped offering input. "Every time I try to decide something," he said, "she explains why it's impractical." Not abusive, not explosive, just constant refinement until there was nothing left of him that wasn't approved. The idea to switch places started as a half-joke. We've done it before years ago harmlessly, a reunion prank, a brief confusion. This time it wasn't for humor. "Let me come for a few days," I said, "just to watch." He didn't think she'd notice. That stayed with me. When I arrived, she greeted me briskly and handed me a list of errands. She discussed upcoming plans without asking for input. I tested small resistance. "I'm not going to dinner Saturday," I said when she mentioned a social event. She paused. "You don't like staying home." "I do now." She smiled thinly. "You're tired. We'll see how you feel." That was the method. Disagreement reframed as fatigue. The external shift came during a scheduled meeting with their accountant. She always led those meetings. She prepared the folders and summarized their investments. I let her speak first. Then I interrupted gently. "I'd like full access to all statements going forward," I said. "And I want a separate checking account in my name." The accountant looked surprised, then cautious. "Is that what you want?" "Yes." She placed her hand on my arm. "We've never needed separate accounts." "I do now." There was no shouting. Just a recalculation in her eyes. The accountant nodded. "We can arrange that." Paperwork was drafted. Emails updated. Documentation requested. Formal, procedural changes. Nothing emotional about it. On the drive home, she questioned my clarity. Suggested stress. Asked whether I was feeling well. The pattern was clear. Autonomy equals instability. That night I told my brother everything. He sat at his own kitchen table like a guest. "She'll say I'm confused," he said. "She will." I answered, "So don't argue. Just repeat yourself." The next morning, he went back to the accountant alone. He signed the finalized forms himself. His hands shook, but his signature held. Once documents are processed, they don't bend easily. When she realized the changes were complete, she didn't explode. She recalibrated. "You're making this complicated," she told him. "I'll manage my own accounts," he said. No accusations, no speeches. Just a sentence he hadn't spoken in decades. I left 2 days later without revealing the switch. That wasn't necessary. The point wasn't humiliation. It was interruption. A week after I returned home, he called again. His voice was steady. "She tried to schedule my dentist appointment," he said. "I told her I'd call myself." "And did you?" "Yes." There was no celebration in it, just a small confirmation. Their marriage hasn't ended. It hasn't transformed into something tender either. They're renegotiating space. Some days she pushes, some days he retreats, but the financial accounts now send statements directly to him. The accountant calls him first. Mail arrives unopened. Control built over 30 years doesn't collapse overnight. But it can be documented. It can be challenged. And sometimes reclaiming your identity doesn't look dramatic. It looks like signing your own name, answering your own phone, and choosing whether or not to attend dinner. He's still learning how to do that. For now, that's enough.